I'm pretty sure that BadSpeed won the French mirror, and now we're going to be into game 2, which is a Dutch mirror. And without further ado, we'll get rolling again. So this time BadSpeed is in red. Should fix the scoreboard. BadSpeed in red, goongoon in blue. Both players starting as Dutch. Right off the bat, goongoon's picking up a 50 coin treasure. Again, being Dutch, villagers cost gold. That's a good start for him. It's a little less gold he's going to have to get to that magic number of villagers. But at the same time, BadSpeed over here is picking up 100 food, so that's going to accelerate his age up time also. So a little advantage there, BadSpeed with the first treasure. Let's take a look what else we have. Treasure that shows you all the gold mines. 20 coin, 20 coin. 50 wood, that's pretty good. 80 coin. 30 food. 65 coin. And a pop increase. And 30 food. Tiger. So, right now I'd say that whoever finds this will have a short advantage, as well as where'd that gold treasure go? Right there. So we'll see who comes up with those first. Goongoon's kind of just hanging out with the scout here right now. His envoy's scouting the base of BadSpeed, and he is going to come across this 50 wood, be able to take that off if he has a crack shot. Yep, and he picks that up. Meanwhile, BadSpeed's over here working on 65 coin. He does pick up the coin treasure. So it's both players eating their elephants. BadSpeed's got both of his down. Sorry, that's loud. I apologize. I've been tabbing out to update the scoreboard and things, and of course the sound resets if you tab out. Well, this little envoy action here, and this is a good move here. BadSpeed's just circling his envoy because Goongoon's envoy was chasing his, and he wasn't doing any damage, taking any damage, I should say, while he was swinging with his explorer, killing Goongoon's envoy. Goongoon's explorer's on full health here. He should try to get up, I think, into melee mode on BadSpeed's explorer and take him down. He should be able to do it relatively easily. He is going to lose his envoy, but if he can kill the Dutch explorer, see, now BadSpeed's going to be able to get away. If Goongoon would have got up into hand combat here, he could have easily taken out the last 62 HP on this, and then probably killed the envoy also, when he would have now had a huge advantage for scouting information. There's not really, other than this treasure, not many great treasures left on the map, but he could have picked that up, scouted everywhere he wanted to. Got good scouting info on what BadSpeed will do off the bat. So we have Goongoon on 15 vills. Stopped. He's still collecting coin. Sorry. Still collecting coin. So he missed had some idle time there. Gonna go to 16 and go up. Meanwhile, BadSpeed already on the way up with 14 vills. So a little differential here in the early play. That may have been related to treasures. It could just been personal preference by the players. BadSpeed wanted to get up earlier. I have seen him play Dutch in previous tournament games. I have not seen Goongoon, but so I don't really know if Goon's Dutch game is like. BadSpeed is going to pick up this 80 coin here, and after that the map will pretty much be out of really good treasures, I would say. Goongoon picks up a 30 food. That's pretty weak treasure for having one lion guarding it. Both players collecting a lot of wood, trying to get a bank, and we'll see if they either go stable or barracks. That'll be the first interesting play when we get to age 2. Goon about 30% of the way there. BadSpeed about 80% of the way there. So we'll see the first choice of how we're going to play this from BadSpeed. He is getting his bank, so he does get the first bank down. We'll see how far Goon is behind on that. And he is sending a villager forward here, so he's going to build forward. He could build a forward stable, maybe a barracks. I think stable might be the preferred choice in this matchup because Dutch does not have a musketeer unit. It would be a pike skirm combo that they'd play against, and because the skirms cost gold and the pikes cost wood, it's hard to balance your resources effectively in order to get the right mass you need. So I think Cav is a pretty safe start. And BadSpeed ships the second bank, so he's going to have 2 banks, and he's building a forward stable. Goon's got 1 bank and a market, so he has a market advantage right now. And by the is he going to scout? His scout's heading in the right direction. We'll see if he indeed sees the stable. And right now he's going to miss it unless he takes a turn towards BadSpeed's base. And he's not going to see that stable. Not quite sure what happened there. Stable got delayed for some reason. I didn't see that. My mistake. And Goon's going to build a stable in his own base. He's tasking, I don't know where these vills are going. They ran all the way around the stable. And he's going to build it with 4 vills to try to get it up. And actually, he's going to get this up nearly at the same time as BadSpeed's stable. Both players on pretty good deal of food and gold. Goon's collecting more gold. They almost have an opposite ratio. Shipping his bank wagon now, so both players will be on 2 banks and a stable. The big difference right now being is that Goon does have his market down, so his economy should be ahead. Although he has 18, I both have 18 vills, so even on that front. And you see how he's made a nice wall here with this gold mine and these buildings. So, and his hunt is behind it. So any cav is going to have to run around and be exposed to the TC. First 5 hussar out from BadSpeed. Goon's hussar also out, and BadSpeed's going right to the base. And they see each other's cav, so we may see a little cav skirmish here. Explorer comes into play. Maybe he can tank some of these shots. He does snare the cav. This should help BadSpeed out here if he can get these hussar into combat. He's got an explorer in there, so Goon's going to have to micro his cav. Nope, now Goon's explorer is in there also, so whoever can micro this the best. And you see the players are microing. BadSpeed pulls out 1 hussar. He's not bringing him back in, though. Goon did a good job of recognizing that that hussar was on the move. And now the Minutemen coming in here, so BadSpeed calls his minutes already, trying to take a decisive lead in this cav war. He's got 1 more hussar that just popped out. Goon's going to also only get, he does the last minute, gets 3 out, so the hussar numbers right now are in Goon's favor. But BadSpeed does have the Minutemen in play, still has 3 cav left. Also has his explorer is no longer alive. Goon's explorer is going to go down, just make it a little easier to micro these battles. Both players still queuing cav, so BadSpeed now goes for 8 pike next. We'll see if Goon's got his shipment. If he goes for 3 hussar, so I would say, when he cancels that and goes for 8 pike, I think that's a good choice. With the 3 hussar, the 8 pike in there, even with a couple more hussar lead for Goon, I think the 8 pike plus the Minutemen would make a difference in that fight. Goon is popped right now. He's building 2 houses, so that'll give him temporary relief. BadSpeed doing pretty well on managing his pop cap. Only gets 4 hussar out, so he's got 7 huss, and the Minutemen versus 8 Hus, and both are going to have the pikes come now. A little misclick there on his Q. Well, he's going to put a barracks down now. I wonder if he had that queued for his pikes to pop out here and accidentally send his villager out there also. So the pikes are out for both players. Minutemen are still in play. So if BadSpeed does this right, he may be able to get some shots in on Goon's pikes with his... Oh, this is going to be good for him. Nope. Good recognition by Goon. Goon pulls back. Now BadSpeed needs to pull back also. And the Cav are going to get... Oh, and he does a good job pulling right behind this gold mine. Saves the Minutemen. So the Minutes are, down to 1 HP at this point, but they still have 26 ranged. So they'll be able to do some damage to these pikes if he can get some shots off, and that should give him an advantage in this fight, even though he is down 1 Cav. And I think Goon's waiting for... Yeah, so Goon just waited for another batch of 5. He drew him into this area. If he could sneak 1 Hussar back, and he is doing that, he's going to get 1 Hussar back. He's going to swing on all these Minutemen and take them out. 3 with 1 shot. Look at that area damage. OP. BadSpeed does have 5 Cav coming back in, though. He's still got 3 pikes alive. He looks temporarily to be in the lead with Cav. We'll see if what Goon's got coming. Only 2... Oh, and Goon's pikes are just... He must have had a higher number of pikes in this fight. The pikes are doing some serious damage in here. BadSpeed's all out of pikemen. 2 Cav left. A lot of low HP Hussar in here. And BadSpeed is going to come out on top, but now Goon is going to have 5 more Cav coming in. A shipment of 3 coming. And what does BadSpeed have? 5 Cav and 600 wood on the way. So temporarily, Goon's going to have a military advantage. I'm interested to see when he's going to start using his racks. He built the racks. I wonder if he's going to... Now this gold mine is out. He's got another safe gold mine. When is he going to start making pikemen? And I think that could really swing the fight. The first guy to start introducing pikes into the mix. And BadSpeed, 3 banks, no barracks. So if Goon can get these pikes in right now, or recognize that BadSpeed doesn't have a racks yet, I think he could swing this fight in his favor. Now BadSpeed is pulling his racks up right now, so he should be in pretty good shape. So we got 11 Cav versus 11 Cav. So even fight, all still it'll come down to who can micro better. And this number of Cav, I think it's tough to micro effectively. You have a lot of other things that you're trying to do to try to micro all your 11 Cav perfect to get a 1 or 2 Cav advantage. I'm not sure is worth it, especially if you miss on something else. Goon is pushing in here. There are some exposed villagers, and BadSpeed hasn't recognized it yet. If he can get 1 or 2 of these vills and get a small advantage, that would be helpful. BadSpeed is up 2 villagers, 29-27, so temporarily ahead, but again, this market has been in play the whole game. So I would expect if we look at the post game, we're going to see Goon, even though he's down in villagers, is ahead in eco, and he is starting to train pikes now. BadSpeed does have the first 3 pikes that come in. Another batch of 5 Cav for Goon, so we'll see if he can hold this, not lose many Cav until he gets his pikes into the mix here. He's probably going to be able to get out. Oh, he did ship a wood shipment, so he's going to get out a batch of 5 pike, and he does have the Cav numbers right now. We'll see if he chooses to push in here, and maybe before BadSpeed gets out another batch of units, he can clean this army up and take down this stable. And I think the first person, in this case, because Goon's stable and barracks are in his base, he can afford to lose a fight in the open and not lose his production. Because BadSpeed's stable and barracks are out in the middle, if he loses his army, he's going to lose these structures, and that's going to be a huge deal he's not going to be able to reinforce. Goongoon's going to snowball his lead. And now we have quite a bit of pike and cav on the field for Goon, and only 3 pike out for BadSpeed, so he's got quite a lot of vills queued up. I'd like to see, in this situation, I think army is more important, especially if he sees this coming in. He should cancel some of these villagers, sell at the market. He doesn't have a market. If he did have a market, he'd sell at the market and kind of balance this out, but right now he's kind of mismacroed. And I think if he chooses to fight this, he's going to lose pretty bad. There's just too many pike in here. And he is going to get a batch that pop out right. If he times this right, they're going to pop right on top. And he pops these cav, I think, in a really bad place. I would like to see him pop them on the other side. He's kind of pinched in here between the pike and all these hussar. The pikes are... His pikes are fighting Goongoon's pikes. The pikes are nearly all dead. Goon's got a lot of pikemen left, a lot of cav. He's really cleaning this fight up right now. These cav were pretty much sacrificed instantly when they came out on this side and were pinched in between Goon's army and these 2 structures. More pike coming in for Goongoon. More cav coming in for Goongoon. Almost certainly BadSpeed should cancel these units coming out of this barracks right now. They're going to die as soon as they pop out. He may get a couple units out of this, but the numbers are not in his favor right now, and both of these are going to go down, and we'll see if he's rebuilding anything at home. Nothing yet. He doesn't have the wood, and he's now switching over to a lot of guys on wood. We'll see. 5 cav do come out. Maybe he can get some raids, and especially if he could find these villagers down here, force Goongoon's army to come home. He's turning around. A little indecision on his part there. I think and these vills are all going to go down, and even if he gets these pikes and these cav back, it's not going to be enough. There's too many hussar. These villagers down. That's a big loss. There's several more, 3 more down here gathering. He's pretty much cut him off food right now. He's on to berries. He's got no military building. He's just now getting his barracks back. The stable's going to go down, and I think this is going to be GG any moment now. It is a tournament game, so he's going to try to hang on. But if this were just a ladder game on quick search, I think he would have already called this. Now more villagers going to go down, forcing those off. He runs through his base. He sees that the barracks just finished. He's got his pikes up here sieging, and Goon's going to H3. I just don't see how BadSpeed can possibly come back from this. If he were on his way to H3, and that's why he had the unit disadvantage, he could have access to the 3rd age shipments and have a chance, but he's down in economy, he's down in military, he's about to be down in tech. So it was well played. Goon just seemed to be able to get more units out. He got more pikes out. He still maintained his cav mass, and I think a lot of that comes back to having this early market. It just shows you how important those market techs are, especially if you have an advantage over your opponent for 8 to 10 minutes with no market for them. These vills, at this point it doesn't even matter. He's forced them off this hunt down here, even if he doesn't kill them. Goon's up to the Fortress Age. This army's just looking for something so he's got to get some damage right now to have any chance. 5 skirm out. Is he going to have 9 Reuter, and the Reuter are just going to be able to destroy this whole army. They can hit and around the cav, hitting around the pike. He's got a Reuter started in his stable. And he knows the only way he could lose this game is to lose this gold and all these vills down here. So smartly he goes down to defend. And I think when BadSpeed sees this army, especially when the Reuters come out, it's GG. And here come the Reuters. This is almost certainly this army's pinched in here. More skirms coming out of the barracks. Cav, pikes in on the cav. Skirms taking shots at the pikes. And that's it. Good game. Goon evens it up. The score is 1-1. And we'll go to the 3rd game. Alright, welcome to game 3. We have Aztec as Goongoon and BadSpeed as Spain. So, interesting choice. I think if you watch a lot of the quarterfinals, semifinals, and even the finals, Aztec seems to be the predominant choice on this map. You know, they get the fire pit because they don't have a saloon. And they're going to make a fire pit anyway, so they get to use that extra wood on a market, and it just, you know, it gives them a pretty big advantage. We saw Sam play Aztec in all of his games on this map. I think Acer has played Aztec on this map. And Spain, this is the first game I have seen somebody play Spain in this tournament. And I know BadSpeed's a vanilla player by trade. Vanilla civs we've seen so far, French, Dutch, now Spain. So yeah, I wonder if he has something special cooked up on this map for Aztec. You know, surely Aztec is going to try to come with the typical 10 mace, 9 mace, 5 coyote, 6 puma pressure, fast age up. So we'll see what Spain can do against that. He does have dogs, so maybe that will allow him to do something. We have a 40 wood treasure that I believe that dog scouted. Caravan, this caravan's fishing over here, and BadSpeed's cruising his around the map. I wonder if he's going to try to come over here and kill this, or if he's going to maybe move his explorer to one of these islands. There's a 65 coin here, 60 food there. He could start shooting this treasure, 90 food. I've seen several players do this where they move their catamaran down and start taking shots onto these treasure guardians, and of course the treasure guardians can't attack the water unit, so it's a free kill and easy treasure to pick up. Interesting treasure here, increasing ship line of sight. Both players sending 3 vills. You can see with the fire pit dance, Goon is ahead on his shipment. Probably got a good 15 seconds. And he does pick this up, so it'll be interesting to see what he chooses to do. Market down for BadSpeed. So they are equal on market. Behind in shipment, there of course no TP for Spain to kind of snowball their XP advantage. OP Boom, that's an interesting explorer name for Spain. It's probably not something you usually think about for Spain. They're usually an aggressive civilization. And we'll see Goongoon about to click up. Most likely he's going to go for the fast age up. He's taking an 80 coin down here. So he will have, you know, a pretty decent amount of coin in the bank. Transitioning to all the wood now to get that war hut going. BadSpeed is also clicked up, about to get a second shipment. What is this? Team Inquisition. This is something I've never seen. So he's sending Team Inquisition card. This card maybe sent one time. Adds 10 line of sight to all units, I believe. That's an interesting choice, especially against Aztec. I'm not sure what he's got in mind with that. It kind of seems like a Azam type build here. Goon's up, Bill's coming forward. He's going to put this war hut right on top of Spain. He's got a hunt here and berries essentially left after this hunt runs out here. So this is just taking the map pretty much. The map control is Aztecs. He's going to probably convert this polar bear here if he has a convert here soon. And he's going to have a tiger, a lizard, and a polar bear treasure army. That should compete pretty well with the dogs. And I'm kind of curious to see if I turn on the fog of war for BadSpeed. I'm not sure what he was hoping to gain with this line of sight. You know, these vills are scouting this forward war hut, but you know, I'm not sure why he would use the card there. Maybe can post it in the ESOC forum and some somebody can post that and he can answer. Be curious to know what he had in mind with that. War Hut's going up. The War Hut's going to be up. BadSpeed has enough for racks. We'll see if he does go with the racks. Just up with the Philosopher Prince. If I were him, I'd be trying to get my Explorer back to my base as soon as possible so I can start sniping these Treasure Guardians and making dogs. So he's up with the Philosopher Prince is 500 food, so he doesn't age with the tower. I think that's a risky strategy given that Aztec is certainly going to be coming with a lot of pressure right away. And he's not collecting the food either. The Rax is going up. And he doesn't have a shipment available right now because he chose to send the improved line of sight. And here comes the Puma. So Aztec, as expected, as soon as they hit H2 and the War Hut's up, they're coming in, start sieging, harassing these hunting units on the elephant. And this elephant has almost 500 food left, so this is a big hit. 6 Puma shipment coming in. He's had 2 tigers. Both tigers are dead. He's still got his War Chief and the Monitor Lizard available. And now the Lizard falls. But you notice that Lizard didn't fall from a shot from the Explorer. It fell from a shot from the Town Center. So the Town Center was shooting the Treasure Guardians and not shooting the Puma. So the Puma are... he still has all of his 11 Puma left. 5 musket out plus the Explorer, but 5 mace out, 10 mace on the way. I don't see how BadSpeed can possibly hope to hold this. I mean, certainly 9 mace will be coming after this. He could start making Coyote as soon as he sees Expo come from the Spanish player. Without Cav on the field, even with Cav, with this number of Pumas out there, this is going to be extremely hard to hold. I think if he would have chose the tower, certainly the tower could help dissuade the Aztec player from getting too close to his base. And I know that he could have maybe sent schooners instead of the line of sight card. He's got a TP deck with no TPs on the map, so it's an interesting choice here by BadSpeed. Shipping 5 rod, so he's going to have a decent amount of anti-cav. 10 crossbow, 5 musket, Explorer, access to dogs, and now he's making mercs. Interesting. And this house is going to fall, this other house is going to fall. This is pretty lopsided right now for the Aztec player. Crossbow getting some shots in on the mace, but the mace are just soaking up the damage while these Pumas just siege behind. And here come the Minutemen. So, Explorer goes down, doesn't get any dogs out. A lot of mace left. 5 rods out there. Even if he's going to be able to push this back so long as the Minutemen have their HP. But Goongoon doing a great job here. He's just picking off these rods as they come out. He's going to be able to start mixing in some Coyote now. The 5 rods are gone. He's only got 5 musket. And even this 8 crossbow against this amount of mace, especially if he brings these Pumas in cover mode, just soak some of these shots up. Minutemen HP is falling rapidly. He's got 5 animals left. He's about to be out of hunt. Did he even pop the merc out that he had? He must have canceled it. Mace here, just not even using the Puma, it's just using the mace. Mace are just picking off the muskets. 9 mace shipment coming in. Jaguar Prowler Knights coming in. So a little more siege potential. And at this point, I think he can just attack move into this base, click the TC, and it's too late. GG from BadSpeed. Interesting Spain pick there. But 2-1 Goongoon. Good play from the Aztecs. So we're going to game number 4 in this best of 7 third, fourth place game in the ESOC Summer Championship. And I apologize, I keep having to reset my sound and reset my viewpoint. One of these players must play zoomed in a little further, because every time I load the game, it's into the far zoomed in further mode. So we have BadSpeed again playing Vanilla Civ, this time Ports, and Goon in the red playing German. Let me fix the board really quick. And it didn't fix. Sorry about that. And the sound is bugged. Both players going for a TC. I wonder if BadSpeed here is going to go for 10. No, he's chopping wood, so he's not going to do the AZAMP 10-10 with the TC build. He's going to chop wood, get a house, do something a little more standard just to TP first. And Travelway Man comes by in time for Goon to get that XP. So he's going to have 3 settler wagons out relatively quickly. Probably the next time that comes by. And I'm not sure why this continues to do this. It's pretty annoying. Both players have one turkey hunt, and BadSpeed's already started herding his deer hunt in. I'd expect to see Goon, seems to be herding is not his first priority. He's going to pick up an 80 food treasure right here after he kills this outlaw rifleman. That'll help kind of accelerate his age 1. Get to his number of vills that he wants to age with quicker, switch over, get a market, get the upgrades a little quicker. BadSpeed has got his house up. See what his first shipment is when it comes. 300 wood first, so I wonder if he's going to go for another TP here. He could bank this and wait and maybe get a Rax and a stable and try something like that without having to chop a lot. He could use this in a market. Kind of an interesting choice. I'd like to see what he's going to come up with here. After that Spain game and sending Inquisition, I'm not sure what to expect anymore. BadSpeed's coming across a 90 food treasure here. He can pick that off. And Goongoon's found a 95 wood down here that he's going to be able to take, especially if BadSpeed commits to taking this treasure. I'm not sure if Goon has not scouted that, so he's just not going to know that his explorer's there. And has BadSpeed has scouted this, so he's going to come down here, try to steal this treasure, and this would be a big get. This is one of the best treasures on the map, 95 wood. It's going to help either player with a TP, market, military building, and Goon's just running away. I think this is a smart choice, but he saves his explorer, sacks the treasure, lets BadSpeed get the treasure, but he keeps his explorer alive, so he's going to have scouting information, which I think against Port, especially after the last game that he just played, is going to want to know what is he going to do. I wonder if BadSpeed kind of switched over to wood. He's idled at 600 wood, so he's going to have quite a bit of idle time here, but he is getting the TP up. He's still got almost 200 wood on the ground here, 160 wood left on the ground, and he's going to go up with 14 vills and just under 430 age up. Goon up right behind him, more standard 17 vill German. So the TP advantage temporarily is going to favor BadSpeed. I don't think having 2 TPs as Port is necessarily all that big of an advantage, but I do think keeping the German player on 1 TP behind you is the real advantage here. Remember, German needs that TP. Their shipments come in slower because they get the free Ulan. He wants those TPs to help his shipments roll in, especially if he's going to do some kind of semi-FF, get to Fortress, send the 4 cards of death. And BadSpeed forwarded his market here, so I'd imagine he's probably going to put his second TC in this vicinity to keep this hunt and this hunt on his side of the map, and kind of make a visual wall here. So he's going to have vision of any Ulans trying to come in this way. He's going to have vision over here from this TP as well as down here. So to get any Ulan raids in, Goon's going to have to either come all the way up and around or sneak down around this bottom edge. Otherwise, the vision on the map is going to be in the favor of BadSpeed, which is going to help kind of negate one of the advantages that the German player has with those free Ulans to raid with. And he is starting to herd this hunt back. Both players getting their market ups. Smart play, BadSpeed here, already getting great coat. So he knows these raids are going to be coming. He's going to be prepared for it. His vills are going to have a little more HP. He's going to have the line of sight all over the place. And this is, in my opinion, a great way to play this matchup. He knows what's going to happen. He's taking the smart steps, cheap steps to do the right thing. Now BadSpeed's up. We're going to see his covering wagon for his second town center is coming out about in that same vicinity, and he's laying down a barracks here. So he's going to have this hunt and this mine well defended, and his second mine here is under his TC. I think a smart play is mining this mine out first. Well, he has less pressure. This mine's a little safer. He can pop his vills in pretty easily. We'll see Goon going with a stable first, 3 settler wagon, and 700 wood coming behind that. And he's also picking up a tomahawk here on the top side. So we're going to see some cav, typical cav pressure here. And I'd imagine that BadSpeed's going to start musket and try to kind of defend the Ulan. Get some, oh, he's 700 coin first, so maybe just straight FF with some musket. Oh, sorry, that's, yeah, BadSpeed 700 coin first, 700 wood follow up. So he's going to get this coin going. He is making some muskets, so he's going to have some map presence with military to try to force the Ulan away. And see, look at this. This is a great building placement. The Ulan coming right into this area. He knew that he was going to go this way for the raid. He knows where these are. He moves these 3 vills gathering this gold mine back, and now, or not. Okay, the musket are out, so he's trying to bait these in here, get a little chase, get a couple shots off on these Ulan, so the TC can finish him off pretty easily. He's going to have plenty of time with only 2 Ulan here to pull any weak fills into the TC while these muskets chase. 5 more Ulan coming in. 1 villager here may get trapped in here. He's going to take some shots, and he does lose 1 vill there. 1 Ulan down on this side. So, pretty even start, I would say. Only losing 1 vill to this kind of cav commit, while he's still making from 2 town centers of vills. So losing a vill here or there is not going to be a huge deal for Port because he has the production to keep that up. Smart move. He's going down here to siege the TC. He knows that he's not going to get anything done running around the base with the musket and the presence of any minute. Minutemen can pop from this. Minutemen can pop from this. He can garrison and take TC fire. 2 musket coming over here. He should probably just go fight these muskets right now, and they're going to back off before that can happen. I think ideally Goongoon would like to use this cav that he has, take this TC down, bring his explorer over, and take it for himself. I see BadSpeed now has 700 coin on the way. He's got 5 musket and explorer, and I honestly think he should fight this. He can win this pretty easily. Now the pike are going to be out, and the pike are going to make this really hard to fight. And good recognition. He sees the pike, gets out before he runs right into the pike. 700 foods on the floor. Once he gathers this up, plus the regular hunt he's gathering, he's going to be able to go to age 3. And Goongoon, still not on his way to age 3, is not making villagers. He's got 1 Ulan queued. And he should pull this Ulan that's snared right now out until these other ones can get away. Otherwise, he could lose okay, and BadSpeed pulls back his pike. He doesn't want to overcommit. Doesn't know if there could be 8 Expo waiting behind these trees. Smart play in a tournament game. Play safe. He got the damage in where he needed to. Going to go back, defend his hunt, defend his coin, He's on the way to the third age. He's got 2 TPs. He's got a barracks up. He's got his market rolling. Right now, he is in the lead pretty substantially, I think. He's chasing the Ulan around. Once, he's going to get a stable now. Now he's going to be able to get goons. He's going to have access to Mamelukes in age 3. And I think he's going to have a window of time before Goongoon can get to age 3, and he's still 400 food away, where he can get a couple batches of goons out. He's got muskets. If he can get enough gold to get Mamelukes out, even if Goongoon gets to age 3, Ulan and Skirm are not going to be able to stop the Port, Castador, Mameluke, Goon, and whatever of these age 1 units he has left, until he can get, maybe 8 war wagons, get his veteran Ulan mass up, maybe some Doppels. The Mamelukes, I think, are pretty hard to stop for Germany. And Goon has clicked up to the 3rd age with the exiled prince, so he is going up quick. He's got 8 cav left. This hunt is about to run out, and will be interesting to see if he sends something over to start herding this down. I'm surprised he hasn't done that yet. I think this is a pretty risky hunt to take, given the proximity to this TP of seeing things. He's got 1 tomahawk down here. He might just use that to be annoying and take some shots on these vills. Back to BadSpeed. BadSpeed making goons, shipping goons. He's got 4 musket left. He had some pike, 5 pike. So he's getting into that window where before the shipment ball of Germany starts rolling, he's going to have a pretty good chance to do some serious damage. And he's going for the TP. If he can take this TP down, he can, slow down that shipment ball. That'll help him out. 5 pike coming down to join the musket. This music is pretty loud. Sorry about that. Here come the cav, but the goons are coming out, and the goons are going north. Maybe he's going to look for some raiding with the goons. Even with that, this cav against the pike, musket and melee, I still think is not going to be in Goon's favor, even if he gets his veteran upgrade in. He'll clean it up, but he's going to lose a lot for that effort. And the TP is going to fall. The Ulan are coming. They're going to run right into these goons. They're going to be able to get some good shots off here. 1 Ulan down, 2 Ulan down, and he should take a shot with his Vil right now before he loses it. Try to push this hunt. He's at, this is bad for Goon right here. All of his Vils are coming to this hunt. He didn't hurt it, and he just back herded it away from his town center. But the 8 Skirm are out. He's going to get some shots in on these Dragoons. The TP is down, so I'm curious to see what he's going to do with this little rogue force. If he starts going down here to siege a house, will he use his goons here to his advantage? 1,000 coin on the floor, so I think if he scoops this up really quick, which he is not gathering it yet, and he can send his Mameluke shipment with the card he has available right now, he's going to be in a really good place in this game. So we see Goon, 13 Skirm, so the 8 Skirm shipment and a batch out of his barracks. Coming in here, taking some hits on the villagers. Castadors in the back. Some goons, pikes. He does have Minutemen available if he and there come the Minutemen, and that's a good pop. Minutemen coming to the outside. A lot of Castadors shooting here, and he's picking off these Skirms, and that's really the key here. He wants to get rid of this Skirm count, so his goons become even more powerful to kill the cav. The pikes in here, just at this point in the game, they're non-upgraded. They're not really a power unit. He can afford to kind of just run them out here and just take the damage wherever he can get it at. 7 Skirm on the way for Goon, and Mameluke's coming for BadSpeed. So 3 TCs pumping Vils. He's got quite the resource stockpile, and you see he starts another round of villagers. Calling more Minutemen. And where did those Minutemen go? Oh, from this TC down here, the Minutemen come. Goons, Castador when the Mams come. Quite a big Ulan mass here. I'd expect by the time that he's ready to fight with the Mamelukes, he's going to have at least one more batch of Dragoon. So, 13 goons. He's about to have 10 Castadors and Mams. Okay, and now I think the numbers are in his favor. He's probably trying to lure Goon in under this TC and pop these Mams on him. Another batch of goons out. The Ulan are floating pretty far away here. And where did those Mams? Okay, the Mams came out down here. Just taking shots with his Castadors here on these skirms. Mixing in some Halbs now. 3 war wagons out. Not sure this is going to be enough given the ranged unit count from BadSpeed here to do enough damage to stop this Mameluke. And Jeanette, or Dragoon Combat coming. Jeanette's a H4 card. Mam's coming in. We're not really good position here. He's taking a little TC fire, but the Mam HP is ridiculous. 1,450 hit points. Looking around, looking for some damage. Sees, the sun over here still hasn't been touched. Look at where Goongoon's gathering from up here. If he were to find out and force a fight up by these villas, that would be really bad for the German player. BadSpeed's eco is just taking off right now, up to 55 vills. Goons down at 30. Settler wagons there's some advantage to the settler wagons, but not enough to make up that kind of disparity. And the skirms are out here by themselves. The Mamelukes are going to get right on top of the skirms. He is up at 8 war wagons, but look at the goon numbers. He's got Halbs coming in. He's got Castadors coming in. Halbs are going to get in here, block the Ulan from getting engaged on the Dragoon. And if he just picks off these war wagons, look, he's still got 4 Mams left. 8 war wagons shooting at these things, and they're still... Look at the HP. Loses 1 more. It's not going to matter. The range units in the back are just going to work on the rest of this army. 5 more Halbs coming in, shipping 8 Castadors. Minutemen helping a little bit, not doing that much. Still 2 Mams left. All the Ulan are down. Another batch of war wagons coming in, but war wagons are not that great of a unit for their cost. They have a shitty animation that makes it hard to hit and run with them. And honestly, he's going against the composition of war wagon killing units, Castadors and Goons, both doing a lot of damage to these war wagons and trading off very effectively for cost. And BadSpeed with a big win here, Port against German. Most people would say that Port's one of the worst civs in the game. German's definitely one of the strongest vanilla civs, but I think one of the strongest overall. 8 Ulan shipment coming in. Goon's picking off some vills here and there, and he is gonna get the Ulan in on top of the Castador. Goon's good job coming back to get in here. Goon's picking off these Ulan. Couple war wagons left. Here comes another big group of Castadors to clean this up. Even right now, once he kills all these Ulan, runs these Goons away. These Castadors are just taking shots onto these war wagons in the back. Smart move, good micro, moves his Goons back, saves 3, and that's it. Good game. BadSpeed with a Port win over German. Could be dangerous. I think Ports are underrated, and in the new fan patch when that comes out and they get a buff, I've seen some rumors about reduced Vil cost. I think that's a good change. It's not a huge balance breaker, but it does buff them a little bit. So it's 2-2, and we're going to go to game number 5. And before that happens, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, sorry about that. Been kind of sick lately. Need to get some water. My throat probably sounds pretty bad too. So we're getting to game 5 now. Series is 2-2. Goongoon and BadSpeed. And here we have BadSpeed as India and Goon back as Aztec again. So this is game 5. So the civs reset, best of 7. That's why Goongoon's able to play Aztec again. And this is the first time that we have seen BadSpeed play a non-vanilla civ. So we'll see if what he's got in store. I think this is a pretty good map for India. I don't know if I've seen anyone play Aztec on this. There's a lot of yaks, so India can get those, gather the XP. Good place to put an agra in this map, in this vicinity in here. Kind of blocks off the middle, get you control of these hunts. See what we got. 85 wood. Cav training. 90 wood. So there's decent wood treasures on both sides of the map. 60 food. BadSpeed's gonna find that. Goon's gonna find this 90 wood over here. And he's gonna get this yaks first. That's smart. Keep those out of the India player. Bring his lion over. I wonder if he doesn't have a convert yet. See if he chooses to convert or just maybe fights that straight up while his convert recharges. I think in general this map has pretty good treasures, so he will be able to get another convert on a good guardian. He's doing a pretty good job with the yaks, and he does have a fire pit and a market up so far. He is at 10-10 right now, and no vills on wood. Okay, there's a house coming down now. And he doesn't go for this treasure. Okay, now he's turning around. And BadSpeed's going to find his 85 wood treasure in the back. Of course, wood treasure is always good for India. Their villagers cost wood, so and wood is the slowest gathering resource. It's a big bonus to get that. Converts, so he's got 2 lions on this line. He's gonna pick up 90 wood at the same time. The 85 wood's gonna fall, so a pretty even trade. How about we're doing on yaks? 4 yaks for India, 3 yaks for Aztec. 1, 2, 3, 4 left on the map. See if anyone can scout those. These are a little hidden back in the corner. I'd be surprised unless someone goes for this TP if those are found. This one should be found when he starts to herd this hunt, and this one is found with this herding of this hunt. So 5 yaks for India. It's going to generate a decent amount of XP. Of course, we always hear that the magic number to build the Indian equivalent livestock pen, the sacred field, is 8. To generate XP faster from the herded animals, or whatever they call them. I can't remember. See, Goon still collecting for his age up. BadSpeed switched over now all onto food, so he's going to be getting ready to age up. So both players will be hitting the button at the same time. I'd expect that Goongoon as the Aztec going to go up with the fast age option, so he will be up quicker. And the question is going to be, where is this agra going to be placed? And he was sending this villager forward, but looks like it's going to be pretty defensive, maybe right in this gap between the Zen temple and this little group of trees. Yep. So pretty defensive agra fort, and well, that's probably smart against Aztec because of how aggressive they can be with the fast age and the number of shipments they can roll with this fire pit. BadSpeed picking up 55 coin. Goon getting ready to pick up 60 food. Maybe once these lions get back. Again, BadSpeed doing a good job herding. He's already got, his starting hunt and 2 additional hunts near his base. Meanwhile, Goon's got one hunt that he's brought in here. He hasn't come out for that one yet. He may not need to, because he'll be able to start herding this back. And this is a conservative placement, I think, on this map. He could have put it up here a little further and tried to use this Zen temple and these trees to kind of pinch this off. But he does stay back behind near the sun. And he does have 700 wood on the way first, so a little more economic build. He's not rushing in the units like we did last time against the Agra. One Vil building the Agra, so BadSpeed is going up pretty slow. It's going to be a 5+ age up. But he does have a lot of resources under his TC, so I think he's pretty safe. I see Goon using that 700 wood to get a TP. So in addition to the fire pit, he's going to have the center TP to start rolling his shipments in. I wonder if he'll tech the market anymore, or maybe build another war hut. And he does start with Coyote. So no fast Puma this time, because he knows the Agra Fort's going to be there. A lot of total of 8 Minutemen possible from the India town center. The 2 elephants really not that effective against Puma. And it looks like Goon's coming down for this. Is he also going to take this TP? He doesn't have the wood for it right now, but he is shipping an additional 600 wood. Maybe he's going to convert. Nope, and he just chooses to fight the 30 wood, the 30 food there. Sorry, for Coyote coming in before anything really of notes out for BadSpeed. He does have 2 Sepoy plus his elephants. They should be able to handle the 4 Coyote pretty easily, I would imagine, especially if he gets a stun on any of these. Does manage to... Nope, he does not get anything snared. So Goon is taking another TP. And just collecting that wood. Continuing to make Coyotes. We're upgrading the trading route. Interesting choice. That's, I would say, unique. First time I've seen Aztec go for an upgraded trading route on this map. But again, I haven't seen Aztec play much. He does set it to wood, so he's going to use that one of those posts at least to take 88 wood every time that cart comes along, and the others on XB. So plus the fire pit on XB, he's going to start rolling shipments in pretty quick. You see 10 mace coming now, and the Indian player is responding with the consulate, stable, some housing. Done a pretty good job building his base here out in front, protecting this hunt. Kind of got a semi-wall going on this side. Just this choke point between the mine and the Agra Fort. Let's see, Goon's got some idols here. See where he's going to start eating his cows. And we see some Gurkha out now for the Indian player, and a mace converted Guardian and Coyote army for the Aztec. I really don't know what to expect in this matchup. I think it's going to come down to if India can survive long enough, they can kind of get the critical mass of Gurkha, Sepoy, Sour. I'm not sure if Gurkha is actually the right decision here. You might want to go more with the Sepoy heavy army, because the Coyote, the mace. Yeah, I'm not sure if infantry is even that great a choice. Usually, mass cav against Aztec is pretty hard to stop as Aztec, and Sour are pretty good cav, especially when you get the camel combat upgrades. A lot of mace Coyote here. We'll see if he's going to start poking in and maybe pick away at the consulate or pick away at the market. BadSpeed upgrading at the market. Still making Gurkha. He's got a pretty small army right now. If the Aztec player wants to push, he might be able to find some damage. Shipping for Sour. he's sitting back in his base. He's got a lot of resources right now, but the longer this game goes, at least in the way it currently the conditions are, with this TP route upgraded and all 3 TPs in possession of the Aztec, he's going to be able to keep rolling his shipments. Eventually he's going to get his 3 warrior priests and start upgrading his fire pit, and he's going to be able to start booming with this map control that he has. You can see he's working on this hunt, he's working on this hunt, he's working on that hunt. So the hunts on the map currently belong to Aztec, as well as the trade post. Ottoman minutes called, plus the sour, but he's kind of trapped himself in here, and he's taking a lot of shots from the mace. Puma are getting picked off. One Puma did get picked off by the minutes. Aztec player kind of forced to run here because while the Minutemen are still strong. Runs into these trees. That's a smart play. Working on the cav. You can see the Explorer and this Sour had to run around the outside. Gonna take down both of these elephants with double XP bonus from the war chief that's nearby. So 90 XP each should be good for another shipment, which is going to be 9 mace. Minutemen HP is starting to drain. Sentries were called. Irregulars were called. So all the Minutemen have been called. He's not going to have any more options there. Big button Aztec scouting party. Jag Prowler Knights coming in. A little more anti-cav siege potential. Still has 5 Puma left, 15 mace, and 28 Galata Coyote. So we'll see if the Indian player, he saw his mass. He's continuing to make Gurkha. That's an interesting choice. The Coyote and the mace both do pretty well against Gurkha. The mace don't do a ton of damage, but they trade pretty efficiently because of how cheap they are, and they will do damage to all these other units. And the Zams also will take a lot of damage from the mace. So I think right now the Aztec player is in a really strong position. Again, this TP route just continues to eat away. The map, all the hunts on the map, other than this group over here and this group right here, belong to the Aztec player. He's continuing to hunt wherever he wants. No fear of pressure. Anytime he wants to, he can poke in here and check the composition of the Indian player. Continue to do shots on this market. Eventually start taking shots on this Agra fort. More Zam out. So he's managed to get out 17 Zam in a pretty short time, which should do well against this Coyote army. He's going to need to take out these mace without losing his Zam. So it's going to come down to how well these players can micro this here. Taking shots on the Coyotes with his Agra as well as his infantry unit. And the Minutemen are leading the way here. They're just getting picked off one by one. Maybe should have tried to keep the Minutemen in the back, lead with the Gurkha, get some Gurkha shots in there. He has moved over here now, and he's mining on this gold mine. And this is pretty important because if he's mining this mine right now, his next best option is right here. Once this mine runs out, he's going to have to commit to this mine, and it's right by the TP. So Goon's going to have full vision of how many villas are over here and when he wants to attack. It's been forced back now by the Gurkha Zam mass, continuing to mass Coyote mace of his own. He's up to 32 Coyote and 21 mace right now. He's got two war huts up. He's got his whole TP line going for wood. And now BadSpeed has a big enough army he can move out on the map. He's going to try to stop this TP line from, just making the Aztec eco so strong, as well as take the line of sight away from this mine that he needs. Aztec army coming in here, switching to attack dance with just one warrior priest, so not that big of a bonus. We'll see if he chooses to pull any vills onto the fire pit. Zam's taking a lot of hits here, and the Sour come right into the Coyote runners, so they're not going to be able to get themselves onto the mace. Here come the Prowler Knights and the remaining Puma, and this is just a great position for Aztec. He's got him pinned up against this TP. The Zams aren't doing anything, and look at this 24s everywhere. These Gurkha are just going down like crazy. Mace, Coyote's just tearing the Gurkha down, and here comes some coyotes chasing these villas away. There's only a handful of Zams left, and the Aztec player hardly lost anything. Some sours coming in now, but look at the mass that he still has left. He can just back away right now, continue to build this army up. 5 vills, shipment coming. The eco continues to go. He knows that he forced this gold mine away, so he knows that BadSpeed must be low on gold. He can check this mine now. See, there's only 133 left. Batches of coyotes coming out, 10 at a time. He can switch over to start making mace again whenever he wants. He's just gonna, he's got his mace wedged in here right now, just picking off his Zams, sieging houses. Coyotes coming in from everywhere. Only a couple. He called in the Gardner Hussars from the Ottoman Consulate, so he's doing a little damage with the cav here, but the number of coyote here are just incredible. The Zams just can't kill him fast enough, and he pulls him back, uses the mace to just pick off whatever he can. Picks off a Hussar, picks off another Zam. The War Chief's in here in cover mode, just tanking tons of damage, 750 hit points. The mace are picking off more Zams, and he's just choked this map down to nothing. BadSpeed just doesn't have any resources to do anything with, and he's effectively forced him off gold. Indian units, you need that gold going. He's only got 63 gold left. Coming around, swinging around here. He did manage. He's got 6 sour and 14 Zams, so maybe not out of this yet. But he's look at all these villas on gold right here. 22 villas on gold, and there's nothing left in that mine. Mace continue to just whack away at the cav. Coyote pull back. No more sours left. 1 sour left. That's going to drop in a couple volleys from the mace. Mine is out, and this is looking really bad now for BadSpeed. And once this aggro falls, that's about the only thing holding this back. Moving all of his villas now over to this coin mine, walking right past Goon's TP. He's going to see all these coming over here. He's going to run all of his units. BadSpeed's preemptively moving his units over to get into position, but he just doesn't have the mass to stop this right now. Goon's got 30 coyote runners, 37 mace against a handful of sour and Zam, and he's got so many vills over here he can't even gather everything from the mine. Batch of 5 sepoy, I think that was a shipment, just came out. The sour fall, 2 sour left. The Zams and the sepoy are just getting crushed right now. He can run in his coyote runners and just tear these Zams up. This is game. The army falls, the vills are going to fall, and there it is. Good game. And that's 3-2 for Goon. It's a best of 4, so this will be a game that needs to be won by BadSpeed to continue this series. And unfortunately, I have to take another short break. I've been waiting for this phone call all day, so keep it here for a second. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Excuse me. All right, welcome back. Going to go into Game 6 now of the third and fourth place game of the ESOC Summer Championship 2015. And in this game we have BadSpeed here in cyan playing French, and Goongoon in red playing as India. Map is Cascade Range, and this map, because of the way it's designed and the amount of resources available, it has been an India favored map for most of the tournament. I think I saw a couple people play Japan here because of the, I think maybe because of the berries, and you can wall in here a little bit and use your Yumi behind the wall against India is pretty effective. But for the most part, it's been a lot of India mirrors. Interesting to see French played here by BadSpeed. Pretty good treasure start for Goongoon, picking off 40 wood up here, 50 food down here. BadSpeed going to find 40 wood of his own if he has a crack available. I don't think he wants to fight that without a crack shot. And his explorers roaming around the middle, finding a couple of gold treasures, 50 food, another gold treasure, a lot of small gold treasures. Gonna pick that up. Goon's gonna pick up one of his own, and another 40 wood treasure over here. So Goongoon's gonna have a good start in terms of the amount of wood he's been able to find, and he is gathering wood, so we're not gonna see any kind of 10-10. Excuse me. BadSpeed did start with a market here. Was a coin start, so he is chopping a considerable amount. Gonna get the crack on this 40 wood now shortly. Goongoon continuing to find all these small coin treasures in the middle. Did he scout? He did scout that wood treasure there, so I'd expect he's gonna head back with both of his explorers to get that wood treasure. So what I would expect to see in this matchup is maybe like a musket semi or calf semi from the French player, and a pretty aggressive aggro, you know, somewhere in between, maybe right in here somewhere, to block off the middle of this map, take map control, while the India player kind of does an age 2 boom. They can fight against France in Colonial because of, you know, they have access to the Gurkha as a skirm unit and the Zambarak as a goon unit, so the only real issue they'll have is dealing with the cannons, but if they get a good enough mass, they should be able to take out the 2 Felk. And Goongoon didn't go for this wood treasure. Now BadSpeed's coming over, he's going to spot it. If his crack shot's recharged, he'll be able to take that. You see wood trickle first for Goon, and 3ville was the first shipment from BadSpeed. BadSpeed going to go up with 14, so you know, kind of the more standard French does pick up that wood treasure. And we'll be interested to see what he's going to make the first move here, I believe. And the India player is going to be up slow with an aggro somewhere in the middle and defend against the move the French player makes. Could see something like Expo Pike. Wouldn't surprise me. We'll see when he transitions will be the tell. Gonna go to wood initially. Gonna want to collect at least enough wood for a couple houses, some market ups. Is getting gang saw. We saw him do this in the French mirror also. A game he won, even though we were unable to watch it because there was an issue with the recorded game. It kept going out of sync. Good scout by Goongoon here. Sees he's pretty heavy on wood. Hasn't picked up his coin. He's got no vills on coin, and he builds a pretty defensive aggro here. He must be afraid of some type of Expo Pike rush, which I don't think even against forward aggro is that threatening as India. And interesting, so we're going to see BadSpeed take the Nukta settlement and if you don't know, Nukta have a club type unit. You can sometimes find them as a treasure. They're very strong in siege. They kind of act as like a pseudo pikeman, good against cav, good against good siege unit. I'm not sure what else they have available from a technology standpoint. I haven't, honestly, I've been back to this game now after a 6 or 7 year break for 2 months or so, a month or 2 months, and I have not seen a single person use native, so I'm kind of excited to see this. French, of course, is probably the best native civ to use natives with, excuse me. They do have some good upgrade cards for the natives. Of course, the shipment, native treaties where you get a shipment from your tribes you're allied with. It's a pretty good Age 2 unit shipment. It used to be really strong when the game was vanilla was first released. You'd get dog soldiers on Great Plains, and those things were so OP. So BadSpeed is up. Assuming he's gonna start making Nukta. Yep, he's gonna make Nukta. Let's see what else we have in here. I think that's like a Nukta Chiefman, and I'm not sure what these other ones do. I think there's also the Klamath. They have a rifleman, so you could have kind of like a skirm pike army, and he's gonna go for a stable instead. So he's gonna have kind of a siege pike type unit and cav from the stable. So I'm assuming if Goon sees this and just goes mass sepoy, it's going to be pretty tough for BadSpeed until he either gets Expo or takes this Klamath settlement and gets the rifle guy from that. 700 wood on the floor. Let's check out Goon. 5 sepoy first, so he's recognized what's happening here. He got the scout on the stable. He knows that he doesn't have either of these Klamath, so he must have this Nukta settlement. So he knows what he's up against. He knows pure sepoy, the musket type unit, will do well against both units that are most likely to come from BadSpeed right now. And he's going to get some shots off here on the Explorer. Take down the Explorer, get that damage soaker out of this. Elephant's coming in now. See if he sieges down this market. This market's out here pretty aggressively. I hope for BadSpeed's sake he's already gotten the upgrades out of it that he wants. This market's going to fall. And he is shipping 8 Expo, so if he can get the Expo, do a good job microing the Expo against the sepoy. They do counter the sepoy, of course. He's got to be careful for the forced sour shipment that will likely be coming eventually. And I wouldn't be too aggressive here. The CDB can also fight the sepoy. He can call minutes if he gets too close to this TC. The Expo, he's got to know the Expo are likely to pop pretty soon. He does have a barracks up now. Where is the barracks? Is over here. He's got 3 Expo coming there, so he's using the cav. Good job using these the elephants here to try to slow the cav down. And the cav are all falling. The Nukta are, instead of chasing the sepoy, trying to get the sepoy snared, the Nukta are taking down the elephants, which, it's a loss. It's a big XP game for the French player, but it's not the end of the world. The minutes and now look how fast these Nukta are. That's crazy. Much faster than the sepoy even. So it's almost like a wood doppel that costs wood. Doppels are pretty quick too. So he's trying to use, good job by Goon microing against this, but he's trying to use these Nukta, and I think once he gets engaged with them, he should pop these things in cover mode so they can soak some more damage. Use that to slow down the sepoy, take shots with the Minutemen, take shots with the Expo. More Nukta coming in now. Just continuing to make Nukta. If he can whittle the sepoy mass down, uses Nukta to start sieging the Agra. These things have crazy siege attack, 30 siege. So they do a good job of sieging. And the wood popped out here, so if he can deny this wood pickup. There's only 160 left in there though. He did get most of that out. Calls his irregulars from his town center to help get in. And he has whittled down the expo mass pretty considerably and is able to push this back. We'll see what Goon's just probably going to continue to mass Sepoy. Boom is eco. He's getting his consulate now. He's probably going to go to auto, have those Minutemen available if he needs them, use the Vills to keep pushing his eco ahead, and his next shipment, he did send the wood trickle, now he's going to send the 300 export, so he'll be able to use that consulate effectively. BadSpeed now is going to mix in some musket. That's an interesting choice. I think he must be afraid that the cav is going to switch to cav now that he's showed he's got a lot in expo. And he does have 7 Nukta, he's got 1 more in the queue. It's a 15 max build limit, so he'll be able to get quite a bit of them out, and you can see the cost is 85 food, 15 wood, so from a resource standpoint, they don't cost much wood, a lot of food for the power. You know, that's a pretty good unit. I think that's one of the reasons Euro is so strong, is because kind of their staple unit, Aena, only costs food, and of course food is the fastest gathering resource. So here come pretty big Sepoy mass, take a shot, able to pick off a couple muskets. Expo are just taking some shots in there. 3 cav on the way from BadSpeed. I mean, Native Treaties probably isn't the best shipment right now because he doesn't have the riflemen natives. The Nukta are not doing anything against the Sepoy from Goon here. He's going to start sieging this racks, and he's probably going to be able to get out the 5 musket with the 3 cav, 1 cav in queue. He's going to be able to get 2 cav, so he's going to have 5 cav muskets, and he's taking down the irregulars. If he can get these cav around the other side and slow these down, well, the Nukta come in here and do some damage. He may, if he can swing these around here and pin these against this native post here, and it's a good job he gets the Nukta right in there. Look at these things go to work. Taking these things out, taking the Sepoy out of ranged, well, his ranged units from the back, and this is a huge win. This is a good fight here from BadSpeed. He does a good job of winning this fight. And those Nukta are really strong. I mean, he must have practiced this before. Know the Nukta do pretty good once they get into melee against these ranged units. So now he's got 12 Nukta, 8 musket, and 4 crossbow left. I wonder if he's going to go try to siege the Agra here. He might be better off, you know, pick off this house, and that's probably about the only thing he can get to right now. And he is taking the other trading post. So this guy has a rifle unit, like a skirm. That's going to really help him out against the Sepoy if he can get a mass of those up. And he's sending his native treaties, so he's going to get a shipment of Nukta and a shipment of the riflemen, Klamath riflemen. Making some cav. He's only at 23 Vills, and he's going under the TC here. I'm not sure I like this play. He's taking a lot of damage on his clubs. 10 Sepoy coming out at a time under the Agra. He's got to be careful here he doesn't get pinched in. He can call the I don't think he's called the auto minute. He can call the auto minutes sometime, pop those out. Club's doing some raiding here, pushes off the gold mine. That's interesting, not something you see every day. You know, I think he would have been better off trying to fight this Agra up front, sweeping these cabin from the back onto this gold mine. This mine's out, so this mine is becoming very important. And remember, these are all tin mines, and they only have 1,500 coin in them, compared to a standard copper mine with 2,000, gold mine with 4,000. Sepoy chasing on the Nukta here. He could have got those away. Instead, he's going to lose a significant number of those. Here's his infantry. Where's his native shipment? Here come the... So he only got 4 riflemen out of that. But these things are 2x bonus against heavy infantry. He got the Gardner Hussar out over here, so chose to use his export there. He's got quite the Sepoy mass. Scores are dead even at this point. I wonder if he's going to try to siege this native settlement and end that Nukta. But, okay, he's essentially out of hunt. I wonder what he's moving his villagers that were hunting back here. I wonder if he's going to bring his vills up here on this hunt and try to fight with his CDB and his army. He's going to lose probably one CDB. Nope, gets it away. So he's got CDB now, hunting by his racks. He's got 3 cav, handful of musket, handful of clubs, and a couple of the Klamath riflemen mixed in there. Goon has the 3 Gardner Hussar, 30 Sepoy, and these Sepoy, maybe that's a miss rally, or if he was going to try to send those in for a raid somewhere. The advantage of BadSpeed being on natives is he's gathering a lot of wood, and he's not wasting his coin on his side of the map. You can see Goon is almost done with the second mine. He's going to have this mine probably next, and then he's going to have to start getting pretty close to where BadSpeed's military buildings are. And you can see he's stopped. He's not gathering any wood. He's relying on his trickle, so he's not making any villagers. And now he's going to the British ally, so he's going to get that HP boost on his units. Starting to mix in some Gurkha. Probably use these to try to pick off the clubs, so the clubs can't get up into hand combat. Another batch of rifles pops out, but they pop out on the wrong side of the TP. They take a lot of damage. And these things, you know, they're pretty tanky. They got 230 hit points compared to 126 of the Gurkha, but they do have a little lower range resistance. We should be CDP take a shot. This hunt is starting to run out, and we're going to maybe see a fight here. The fact that the hunt is running out for the French player is going to force him to do something here. And here comes this interesting mixed army of Cav, musket, some Expo left, and natives. And he really needs to get these Cav onto the Gurkha in the back. And look at this position of these Gurkha is excellent. The Cav is it's got to run all the way through this mass of other Cav, Sepoy, and he still isn't able to get to the Gurkha. 9 more Gurkha come in from the back. The Cav is melting, and once this Cav's gone, I think the rest of this army, although there's a lot of musket and now a lot of those riflemen here, the Cav goes down. Most of the Sepoy are down. If he can get another batch of Cav out, he might have a good chance. The Gurkha are just torching these musket. Look how many musket kills there are. And now we're going to see how good these native riflemen are against Gurkha. Yeah, look, I mean, the Gurkha are just doing a lot of damage here. A couple Sepoy left, 10 Tiger Claws coming in. It's going to do a really good job against the remaining units here. I mean, these things are really weak to Cav. The musket count's been lowered. If he chooses to fight this, he's got 16 Gurkha and 6 Sepoy. You can just pick off the musket. Use the Tiger Claw. Another batch of 5 Gurkha just came out. Here come the Tiger Claws. Only 5 Cav and 6 musket. And he gets a pretty favorable position there. And here come the Tiger Claws, the Sepoys, Gurkha's in the back. Focusing down the musket. Musket's into melee mode. The Gurkhas are just picking them off. Tiger Claws coming in here, and this is 7 Tiger Claws. The Tiger Claws left. 6 Tiger Claws in there. Good game. And that's it. 4-0 to goongoon. 4-2, sorry, to Goon. And he takes 3rd place in the summer tournament. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to Samwise on winning the tournament, and Acer for 2nd. And of course, BadSpeed for, he played a pretty tough run of games to get to the semifinal, and then of course into this game, beating Blackstar, the defending champ, and some other good players. So it was a great tournament. I really enjoyed watching it. I'm glad I got to cast these games. It's a shame game 1 didn't work out. I would like to see that French mirror play out, but make sure everyone heads over to ESO-community.net. Donate for the Winter Championship so we can see some more good games like this with good players. Hopefully we'll see Blackstar back, maybe H2O back for the Winter Tournament. There's a treaty tournament that's starting pretty soon. I think sign-ups are open for a couple more days. There's some pretty big name Supremacy players signed up there. I know Samwise mentioned he might sign up. I saw H2O in the sign-up list. I saw Mito in the sign-up list, and I'm sure there's several more. And of course, the fan patch should be coming in the next couple weeks. So thanks everyone for watching. I will upload these to YouTube as soon as I can. Hopefully I'll be able to edit these games so I can cut out all the breaks I had to take in the middle. Thanks again. We'll see everyone later.